So, Pete, what are we making today?
So I'm calling this a Mediterranean lamb. It's, I think, Mediterranean inspired. And basically we're going to have some lamb. We're going to marinate it, thyme, rosemary and garlic. And then we're going to put that onto a bed of spinach, asparagus, courgette, zucchini in Australia, tomato, and we're going to use some edible flowers for garnishing today. For the marinade, you will need the lamb, the garlic, the rosemary, the thyme, and a little bit of olive oil. For the main dish, you will need spinach, halloumi, garlic, tomato, shallot, zucchini, or courgette as we like to call them in England, some asparagus, and then I'm going to garnish with some edible flowers, a little bit of olive oil, and some balsamic reduction that I've got in the cupboard. Okay, so first off we're going to marinate the lamb. So we're going to put the lamb in a bowl, some garlic, I've nearly forgot the name of that, some rosemary and some thyme, a little bit of olive oil. What we're going to do is just massage that into the lamb. What that's going to do is just take on some flavour of the thyme, the rosemary and the garlic, and just give a little bit more flavour to the lamb at the end.
And then what are we going to do with it?
Then we're going to leave that in the fridge. Now ideally you want to leave that overnight, but if you've got a couple of hours will make more difference than not doing it at all.
Anything's beneficial, right?
Absolutely, 100%. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to pan fry that and we're going to roast it. We're going to pan fry the halloumi, the zucchini, and the asparagus and the spinach, and then the lamb's just going to sit on top with some tomato as the garnish, the edible flowers, and a little bit of balsamic vinegar.
Let's do
Simple.
this.
So the pan, again, on a medium to high heat, a little bit of olive oil. A little bit heavy on the olive oil there, but still, nothing's perfect. Again, we're going to use our little pillow, and we're going to place the lamb into the pan. We'll have a bit of garlic in there as well, just for the flavour. So we're just going to colour the lamb a little bit. Not enough there, so we're just going to leave that in the pan just for a second longer. Okay, and then we're going to seal off all sides. Really the main point here for me is to get a little bit of colour onto the fat. That's just going to let it be a little bit crispy when we eat it and give it also more flavour. Alright, onto our pillow. A little bit of garlic on the top. Okay, we might even keep those and use those for garnishing. Alright, then we're going to put that in the oven, 180 degrees, 15 or 16 minutes. We're going to want a medium heat on our pan. Medium to high. We want some colour, that's what we want, is some colour basically. We're going to add the shallots on one side. Okay, this is one pan cooking, that's what I like. Now in England we call these courgettes. In Australia they call them zucchini. So with the garlic, we don't want too much colour on the garlic, otherwise it will go bitter. Alright, a little bit of colour, perfect, here we go. Okay, now too many people overcook zucchini and it just goes really moist and pappy and it's just not very nice. So I like a good crunch in it. The same with the asparagus. And the halloumi, we want a high heat on the halloumi so we get some colour on the outside, and again, it doesn't go all soggy and falls all over the place. Let's plate this baby up, shall we? So the lamb, we haven't seasoned the lamb yet, so we're going to give the lamb a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper, which is the opposite way around, which normally happens, okay? So we're going to take some spinach here. I've left the spinach raw just for that characteristic of having a little bit of crunch. I'll have a little bit of oil over that, and we'll leave that. A bit of salt and pepper. Okay, so we'll put the halloumi. Just looking at that, too much halloumi. I'm using these things. I never use those. I use my fingers when I play that, right?
This is authentic cooking. As you would at home.
Yeah, well, in a restaurant, nobody in a restaurant uses the tongs. You know, and we wash our hands so frequently. I probably wash my hands 200 or 300 times
Yeah, right.
a day. My hands are cleaner than the implements you're pulling out of your dishwasher.
This looks awesome, Pete. I'm so excited.
Okay.
Yeggy's going to love this.
All right. Then we're going to have a little bit of balsamic vinegar. Now, a little trick when you're plating things up is just have things random around the plate. And what you're doing is you're breaking up the colour. You've got the green, the red. Visually, it looks a lot better. Then we're going to just drop a couple of flowers. Now, we've got all these flowers on there that look rubbish. All right? So we're just going to put a couple of little petals. And it just really makes it pop for me, that.